It's yours truly, the one and only Miss Quad from Bravo's Married to Medicine, and I'm checking in for the second round of Hollywood Unlocked. And let me tell you, it was a knockout. You're going to hear some things that were unexpected and find out some things that you never knew nothing of. All right, tune in.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Giovanni Watson. Oh,
and Melissa Ford is still not here. We pray for her speedy recovery. She
love you, Mel.
Still taking time to herself. Listen, make sure you're downloading this show on all platforms, all
I forgot what you said.
VSOP platform.
Did you say that's innocent.
YouTube, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, and iTunes.
There you go.
Follow us on Hollywood Unlocked on Instagram, on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And that's it, I guess. Just follow us everywhere.
Yo, man, people have been loving the shows. We have like 100,000 subscribers.
We have, we have more than that. But in terms of YouTube, we have over 110,000 people subscribed to YouTube. But our digital downloads are crazy, and we appreciate you. And listen, as this show evolves, people, we're going to be doing a lot more coming up soon, so you just have to stay tuned. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm great. I'm feeling good. Ladies, please, all the Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored followers and supporters, ladies, please keep sending me those news that y'all been sending to my DMs. Just please keep continuing that. Thank you.
I was just about to give you a compliment.
Oh my
and I'm taking it back.
You really gonna renege on a compliment?
Well, I was gonna say that people believe that for whatever reason they believe I don't like you.
No, people. Let's nip this in the bud, okay? I've been knowing Jason for like 9 years.
Before I did all of this.
All right, I've been knowing Jason for like 9 years. This is just who he is, and I deal with that shit. I take it with a grain of salt. I take all the hate and I just.
But the funny part is outside this show we don't communicate like this.
We don't. We actually, when we do chill and go out, we have a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm a hookah fan. You're a hookah fan.
Yes. That's our shit.
Now, is hookah real tobacco?
Yes, it depends. But they do have tobacco-less and nicotine-less.
But what we're smoking tobacco at the hookah lounges is that
it's all nicotine and tobacco.
Really?
Yes.
So I'm smoking. Because I went to go buy a hookah lamp the other day, and the guy
lamp.
I want to buy my own fucking lamp, like whatever you call that.
Okay, a hookah.
What is it? A hookah sphere, a hookah tub, whatever it is. I went to go buy one. Yeah. And I was looking at the tobacco.
Don't.
And
you didn't buy it, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
The only reason is because I know I will smoke it every day.
Yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, but I almost go to hookah every day anyway.
Yeah. Well, listen, you'll be smoking it all day, every day.
So now, is that like nicotine tobacco?
Yes, but they do have it nicotineless and tobacco-less tobacco.
I can't catch cancer.
You can't.
I just can't.
First off, for anybody that's going to say this and be like, oh, that's like smoking 100 packs of cigarettes. Listen, in the culture of like the Arabic culture and a lot of Indian cultures, like I know people that been smoking hookah or shisha or a gile, as some call it in other cultures, since they was like 13. They're like 80 now, and they're fine. So it just depends.
Hookah is one social thing that I enjoy doing. I don't like going to the movies because you got to be quiet. And the minute you pick up your phone, you got somebody white's behind you. It's always white people. Put your fucking phone down, nigga.
Oh,
you're like, what? You just want to slap somebody. Be like, what? I'm half white too.
I don't know what that is.
Half of you.
White people in the movie do really get like. They get really like.
It's like they become probation officers or security guards. Like,
Cole,
are you the
why do y'all do that?
Cole is black. Cole is a black thought.
Cole is our white engineer.
But anyway, no, I mean, it's so crazy. Sometimes when I go off on my white tangents, I just kind of peek out my eye and look at Cole like, you good, right?
I love talking
white
about
people will blow up some shit. White people will blow up their job in a minute and be like, look, nigga, y'all should have came in here with that fuck shit today.
Hey, man. It's sad to say, but it's true, Cole.
I love white people.
Yeah, man, love them too.
All right, so Melissa's not back yet. People have to understand that. I appreciate that everybody wants to know when she's coming back and wants to know the status of her recovery. Mm-hmm. But people also have to respect that she's a human and she needs her time and she needs to be able to be comfortable to tell her own story.
Right. Exactly.
I want to address something really quick.
My baby mama's calling me. Ugh.
Why you say ugh?
Because
maybe she's calling you with a good word.
No, she's definitely not.
Damn.
No.
That's crazy.
You don't want those problems. Continue on.
I ain't never gonna have them. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, if this dick slaps a pussy boy, the dinosaurs are coming back.
No, Jesus is coming back.
Didn't I ask you if you would let E.T. suck your dick? Where does the commentary on the show come from?
I don't know, from your mind, and I don't know where your mind comes from.
Morbid playground.
Exactly.
All right, so I brought up the Future reference on Drip the other day, and the internet has gone on fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
People, let me tell y'all something about Jason Lee. Let me tell y'all something about me. One, all of your comments are humorous. I just put something up that said smile a day or keep the haters away. I don't care if people get mad at me. This is what I have to say. I don't never bring up a receipt that don't exist. Believe that. But this is how crazy the internet is. They done edited a message from Future and put it online saying that I'm lying. But basically, number one, if y'all look at look at the top. The time I think is 2:06 or 2:26, something like that. Why they put a small P dot and a small M dot? Now you know your phone don't say no periods in the time. So they photoshopped this thing or whatever, and so I've reached out to Future, to give him the opportunity to respond. He probably won't, whatever. But people, I'm not going to release anything. I am waiting to see how this all plays out. This is chess. This is not checkers. When you get to this level of the game, you don't just respond emotionally. You respond strategically. And I'm sitting here chilling, sipping on my Fiji water.
I got on this good old Ralph's water.
Damn, they just got some free promo, fuckers. But yeah, I mean, listen again, and there's people out there talking, but this is the thing. There's people talking that I want to respond to, but why give them the platform? It's like, you want a response from me? I'll respond to Rihanna. I'll respond to Chris Brown. I'll respond to Jesus. I can't respond to everything that people say, but let me tell you, people, those of you listening to the sound of my voice, we do this for the culture. There is no other raw radio show out there, podcast, other than, I think, the Joe Budden podcast, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
The one show that he was on, what was the show that he was on Complex?
With academics.
What was that called?
Everyday Struggle.
Everyday Struggle. That was a good show when Joe Budden was there.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it since he left.
Me neither.
And State of the Cultures, I'm enjoying that. But we're going to always say what we think. Let me just say that I am a fan of pop culture. I grew up loving the industry. And now I'm in it. And my job is to talk about it. So I'm a fan with a platform. You cannot be mad at me. Build your platform and then say what you want to think. So I just want to say that to all those out there that support us and keep the comments going and flowing and all that, I love you.
I love you too, Jason. What was that compliment you was going to give me at the top of the show?
Oh, I got rid of that.
You don't remember?
No, I do. I'm just not going to give it to you. Anyhow. So, so we're here in LA. The thing I was telling somebody yesterday, LA has changed so much. Do you remember LA 5 years ago when
Absolutely.
Parties were popping and
Zinies?
People, they brought up Zini when I said that. I never went to the Zini party.
Oh man, I used to love Zinies.
That was like the moving party that was private.
Yeah, private, like a membership based thing, only like $1,000 and $5,000 a month. But all the A-listers was in there.
Yeah.
All the A-listers.
We ain't got that no more.
No more.
Now we got Playhouse.
Playhouse on Thursdays, like I thought the Thursdays be lit.
They just lifted my band at Playhouse. And now that my band is lifted, I ain't even gone. I was banned at Playhouse. I've been banned at Playhouse. I was banned at Penthouse for a little bit. I was banned at the Abbey 3 times. I've been banned at the Abbey. I got drug out in handcuffs and everything. But now, I mean, I'm good. But every single time I'm in there, shout out to Victor, one of the assistant general managers. He always comes up to me and says, "You okay?" I'm like, "Nigga, that was years ago."
We ain't gonna have no problems tonight, are we?
One time I was at the Abbey having drinks with Patrick. You know Patrick Ian Polk?
No.
He created Noah's Ark and a few other shows.
The show that was on the gay show.
Yes.
Oh, that was actually a great fucking show.
Why does it have to be the gay show?
Because it's about 4 gay guys.
Why does it have to be called
one of those
the gay
guys
show?
is my agent.
But why does it have to be called the gay? Who, Rodney?
Rodney.
Why doesn't it be called the gay show?
Well, okay, the LGBTQ.
Why can't it just be the show? Anyway,
You fucking.
that's okay because gay people stand out. That's the
That show
bottom
was
line.
really, it was really a fucking great show.
Didn't you want to have sex with Noah? Okay, but anyway, I love the show. Here's the deal. So one night I'm having drinks with Patrick Ian Polk, and this guy is dancing with this other guy next to us, and he's dancing all wild, ooh, 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 white, ooh, ooh, and he hits the table, and I go, okay, this is like low temperament, Jason. I'm like, okay, he gonna hit this table one more time. I'm gonna say something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He hits the table. My drink spilled. I say, excuse me, can you please calm down? You at a club? That's what we do. We dance. Woo! And he hits the table again. And I look at him and I go, okay, Patrick, I'm telling you right now, he hit the table one more time. I'm whooping his ass. Woo, woo, woo. He hit the table. I hopped up and punched him and then grabbed a candle and threw it at him, but hit the security guard and then got drug out of there. That's how I got kicked out the first time.
That's all bad.
The second time, I'm there with my friend Rob. We having drinks. I see this fine ass Spanish boy walk by. I'm like, okay, he fine. So I'm like, yo, you good looking. And he goes, don't talk to me, monkey. Matter of fact, no, I didn't have a drink. I had left Khloe Kardashian's pool party with Nivea, and I was sober.
Not Nivea.
And I said to myself, I was working on myself at the time. I'm not drinking. I'm in a good space. I had flip-flops on. I wasn't looking for no fight. I said, you know what? Thank God I'm working on me. I'm going to let you go. And he goes, you're not going to let shit go, monkey. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to get out of here. 2 minutes. That's a long fucking time. He says, can you count that far, motherfucker? Wait, I'll wait. So he waited. When that 2 minutes was done, I took my bag of Nivea, handed it to Rob.
Not Nivea.
And I punched him, and he fell, and he stumbled back, and then I picked up a chair and started wearing his ass out. But here's the deal. When I'm beating him with the chair, somebody snatched the chair. When it went up one time, they snatched the chair out of my hand, so I didn't have no chair. So now I'm on top of him, beating him up. They come and handcuff me, and you know, when security get on top of you, I'm a big guy. I thought they were suffocating me. I couldn't even breathe. They handcuffed me, pulled me out, sit me on a police car. One of my collars was turned up. And I'll never forget, this guy came up to me, handcuffed and everything, and fixed my collar for me. And I thought, that's a real friend. Thank God I knew the police. He just told me to relax. He was going to let me go.
That's a real friend.
Yeah, but I've been kicked out. I'm good. I'm good at all clubs. I can go anywhere.
That's good, man. So look, now that your ban is lifted from Playhouse, I think you should go back. Just for a night.
I don't like the redesign. I like when they had Mario Brothers dancing in the middle and all that. The bar was right there.
That's right.
I don't like the new
You know what
design.
club I really, really miss?
What club?
Supper Club. That was the best club in LA.
Supper Club was cool. I liked it because for a gay fisherman like myself, I could go in there and just throw my hook in the water and know I'm going to pull something out.
Man, I miss that place.
So many people there.
So many people.
People don't understand. This is a place with 30 or 40 foot ceilings, all white couches, just white, and a DJ up there and a nice bar in the back. And
Girls
it was
coming
lit.
from the ceiling.
It was nice. That was a good club.
Yeah.
Do you remember White Lotus?
No.
Do you remember Ledoux?
Yes.
Okay, so you remember back clubs way back in the day. Have you been to Blind Dragon?
No.
Blind Dragon is a low-key spot that you have to enter in through a garage. All you know is there's a guy standing by a door, and if you know him, you open the door and go in. It's a popping-ass club.
Blind Dragon.
Blind Dragon.
I'm going to look into that. What about
It's
adults?
behind Bootsy and Bellows. Bootsy Bellows.
I hate Bootsy Bellows.
Love Bootsy Bellows.
You been adults only? I love adults only.
No, what is that?
You have to walk through like a porn shop, but they be having, it's like, and then you go into a bar, but it's kind of like a little club too. And it's like girls in there topless and shit.
Is it nice?
It's nice.
Have you been to Murano on Tuesdays where they have a silhouette of people naked?
We went.
Oh, I was there the other day.
Yo.
I was sitting there for 20 minutes watching these.
It's these fucking people behind this door that's silhouetted, and the girls are topless. And then I look through there, and
the
motherfuckers,
the penises
they
are out
got
and
their
everything.
dicks out.
Can we look in the hole?
That's why they got the little flap. I'll be in that
No, but
motherfucker.
is the flap to look in or put your hand in?
Either one.
If I put my hand in and somebody put a nasty, sweaty, unknown, uninvited dick in my hand, I'm calling management.
You definitely not gonna be upset.
I won't.
Okay.
But sometimes I forget to wash my hands, and I don't want to put my hand
What's
in
the
my mouth.
job? What's the job application for that job, for that position?
You got to have a nice silhouette. So you and I are not getting that
I
job.
definitely have a nice silhouette.
No, you don't.
Yeah. He's really laughing from it. So.
You just, who? My asthma. You're right.
Shut your ass up.
We got Quad back in the building for round 2.
Oh yes,
What's up, Quad?
oh yes. Apparently, what's up, baby? How you doing?
You look beautiful. I walked in here and thought I seen freedom. You look
oh
beautiful.
wow.
So Melissa,
Let it ring,
So
then.
Melissa
Yes,
Ford is
ma'am.
not here. You know, she was in a car accident.
No,
so she's
I
still
know.
recovering.
And to even start off before we get into the thick of everything that's happening in my life, I do want to wish Melissa just speedy recoveries. I heard about the accident. We talked about it at Sister Circle, and we just want her to just get well soon.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much. I know she appreciates
Speaking of
that.
Sister Circle, why have I not been on there yet?
Because you're not a sister.
What is there could be in the circle?
They have brothers on the show.
yeah, we
too.
do. Yeah, we
They get
do.
in, I actually love the show. I think it's a really good
It's a great show.
I heard that you said that, and I appreciate that, by the way.
And I meant it.
Yeah, I know, I know.
meant it.
But I also heard that you said the last time I was here that I was giving you true Southern Belle. I didn't want to talk about anything real.
I mean-
and I was like, damn, Jason doing it like that?
No, listen.
Like you changing in front of the audience?
No, you
in
gave-
front of who's sitting here?
Listen,
It's
me, baby.
you gave great First of all, don't try me because I'm so locked and loaded today. These goddamn Barbies. No, listen.
See, you gonna get it.
Let me say, no, last time you were here, you gave good conversation, but Gio, what is going on?
It's so.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So listen.
Gave a good conversation, but
You gave great conversation, but I did feel like having watched your show after the interview, you got a lot going on that you didn't talk about here.
well, then none of those things had been brought to the forefront yet, so
Okay.
I don't do anything prematurely.
I know that's right.
And,
Neither
and
do
with
I.
that being said, I was dealing with a lot of things in my marriage that I was trying to work through in
work
my
out.
marriage. It
Okay.
wasn't for me to come out on anyone's podcast, radio station,
Right.
television to kind of expose
But
those
that's
things.
it. The one thing I was trying to understand last time was, okay, and I think I asked this question, I had to go back and look, but do you guys, is what we see what we get? You know, like what is what we see what we get? Meaning like when you're going through stuff, you know, I have to assume basically everybody on the show has a relationship issue at this point. Almost everybody. I mean, Dr. Heavenly, she's the only one laying in the clouds. Her and her husband, everything is great.
Zaddy,
Unless Mariah gets alone. But no, I
We're
mean,
still
like,
waiting on those receipts, aren't we?
well, I am. And that's the thing, Mariah. Okay, so Mariah and Dr. Heavenly were here. Did you see that show?
Yeah, I did, and I saw where Mariah was trying to put off, like, Miss Quad has turned Hollywood. She's
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not being herself anymore, and I'm like, girl, stop trying to push a false narrative, sis.
Wait,
This is who I am. Listen, life is about growth, and if you're not growing, then you got cement shoes on.
Come on now.
Straight up. And so I'm not the same person that I was now at 20 years
As you
old.
shouldn't be.
And it's called growth.
Right.
And then, when I have worked as hard as I've worked within the realm of television and have sacrificed as much as I have, I got a lot to lose. Where some people don't have anything to lose.
she
All they have is Married to Medicine.
So basically, what she was saying was, you are
Message.
now a brand, and you are just focused on your brand. That you and Dr. Jackie aren't necessarily keeping. She made
now I am who I am, and I got to tell you,
because you are getting the bag.
plenty.
Your nails are banging, so I know you getting the bag.
Stop. But what I'm simply saying is, I am true to myself. I am Miss Quad. Listen, I'm still a Kiki. It's still kikiing, leg slapping, having a great time. I'm still inspirational. I still am not taking any mess. You bring it to my door, we're going to deal with it. But I've never been the person to start anything, and I'm not the type of person to pry in anyone else's business. That what you got done make me anything. I'm not just a person who is so focused on my career that I'm forgetting to love others around me. I have a great family. I have great friends. So all of what I heard, I was like, man, this girl, she just won't stop, will she?
So
it's like she literally hates me. She hates everything about me.
So is Mariah a hater? I don't know her. I mean, she gave good. They gave a good show last time, but is she a hater?
Well,
Because she's the EP of the show, so clearly she's
You don't feel like she got
one
a
of
little
the top dogs.
Yeah. No.
Jason, you gotta stop. Right. So the EP, that vanity title you speak of.
Well, that's what Heavenly says. She had no power.
Yeah, but then Mariah come back and say, but I got influence, and I normally get what I want. Well, if you try to throw around lawsuits,
That's how she
you
sound
try
in your
to
mind?
bully someone into submission, but that doesn't happen.
So is Dr. Jackie fake?
No, I don't think so. No, not at all. I think Dr. Jackie is true to her reputation, and that means a lot to her. And when you have established yourself as a brand, she's the celebrity's doctor. You're not going to be on television cussing, fighting, and screaming with someone.
But she basically alluded to when y'all cut the film, then she's cussing and carrying it on.
She doesn't. No. Her cussing comes across very. You just got to be. It's very pristine. So she's never using profanity. She doesn't. She does try to always implement herself in terms of what she would do in a situation to kind of teach others. So that's a lot too about Jackie.
So when
but then we got targets on our back.
So when
I think as if Mariah could be a cross between Jackie and myself, getting the respect that Jackie gets and held in high reverence, and then the popularity that I have. I think she would love to be a little bit of both of us. That's the end of that.
That shade is so.
It's
oh my
so
God.
subliminal, but it's so out there.
It just got dark in the room. Okay.
No, it's actually really bright.
Okay, so is Dr. Heavenly's husband messing with a transsexual? And the reason why,
Oh, shit.
no, this is
Where
what,
y'all get that from?
Let me tell you where I got it from, and maybe I'm wrong. And she's gonna be so mad that I didn't say this while she was here, but I felt really uncomfortable, believe it or not, to say this. But remember when there's a scene that we got this clip where Mariah was walking out the thing and she was like, you want me to talk about your husband and all the things he's sleeping with, but she made it seem the way she said it, I don't know,
was a man, like
it may be a man or something.
Seed planting. She's a farmer. It's just seed planting.
Okay.
No, it's not. I personally don't believe that there's any truth to that. I'm not going to uphold that BS. I know Damon personally. He loves his family. He's a hard worker. He's dedicated to his family.
And she loves him.
He loves his church, but he loves her.
Okay.
I mean, they have a special love. It's very unique, and it should be respected. And for someone to come in and plant seeds to try to tear a family apart, the very same person who says family is off limits, I can never respect that and get down with that. So no.
So you're saying she's a hypocrite.
Hello.
I mean, I don't know her.
Hello and goodbye.
Okay, so this was another thing that I thought was pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Every person on the show, when they were showing when we got the trailer from Bravo, was saying that they didn't believe your husband was cheating on you. But then when you talked, you said you did.
Oh, I do believe. Yeah.
No, but this is what okay, bear with me. Let me say this. This is what I was trying to get from them, but I said, how is it that all of you don't believe what Quad believes it? So I kind of felt like the whole cast was trying to protect him, versus them supporting you.
Yeah, some of the women were very supportive. I don't want to take and lump everybody into one barrel. That's not what it is. I have received tons of support from Contessa. I've received support from Jackie. Of course, she once was in this situation. And even Heavenly had come around, I know you saw everything that happened in episode 603 when I went to Heavenly's house with the crab boil. And it was like a complete ambush. Like, it was like they sat on the phone and said, oh, girl, if she come tonight, girl, okay, you say this, then I'm going to say this, and you say this, and I'm going to say
like
this.
Like they had plan of attack.
Yeah, don't you let her say anything.
But
you
did
talk
you know
over
you were
her.
walking into that or no?
You know what? I know what it is, and I would like to think and have high hopes for it, but a part of me knew that was going to happen.
So you were ready for it?
Of course. And here's the thing. I got so much going on. We're going to get back to your question, too, so I don't want to get too far away from that. But here's the thing. I have a lot to lose, right? I'm a talk show on a nationally syndicated network.
Good show, by the way.
Thank you so much. I am the owner of Picture Perfect Pup, brand contributor BCBG. Now you can purchase my book on Amazon.com.
You are here winning.
Cooking with Ms. Quad, Live, Laugh, Love, and Eat. It's pre-order right now. So when you actually think of all of these things that I've been able to do, it could make some people uncomfortable. Who we all started at the same time, so it could make some people uncomfortable. And I think they were trying extremely hard to kind of bring me out of character so they can say, aha, that's your talk show host. That's your talk show host right there. Look at her. Look at her behavior.
You didn't fall for it.
Do you think a lot of people are jealous of you?
I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Do you think they're intimidated or jealous by you? Do you feel like that?
I think there's a little bit of that there.
Because you said a lot of them have only the show.
That's it. I mean, they do. That's it. I mean, they've rested their lawns on the show. Now, if it's gone tomorrow, Miss Quad is still winning.
Okay, so whose penis were they saying was small? Were they saying that was your husband's penis?
They were saying that was my husband.
That was the person was that what the blog had said, or is that what some of your co-stars had said? Because how would they know?
No, there was a young lady who came forward who he had oral sex with in the hotel.
And he did or allegedly did?
No, I believe he did.
Okay.
Wow. I believe he did. I don't believe that he took the time out to get a hotel room and then took the time out to purchase it and was not looking for anything in return. I truly believe that that young lady was telling the truth. Yes.
And so I was watching the scene on your show where you were going to work, you were walking through your house, he was sitting in the kitchen, and you were walking around him like he wasn't there and he wasn't saying nothing to you. How do you live in a house that's like that?
Well, I don't anymore.
You're out.
I've relocated, yes.
By yourself?
Yes.
So are you separated?
Yes. And I filed for divorce too.
Really?
Wow. Yes.
So you're done. Like, because Cecil and his girl, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. She ain't getting no dick and he don't got no job. That whole thing, they were on Dr. Phil yesterday. I wanted to throw my water bottle at Dr. Phil, tell him to get the fuck on and get in separate cars and go home.
You guys got to get back to fucking.
No. This is the thing. She ain't got no storyline. That girl has drugged that story for so long. At this point, poor Cecil, he's gonna end up on the suicide watch list if she keeps getting her way. Is that your friend?
Is that your friend?
What's that girl's name? I don't even know her name.
She was you know what, I'll say this. We at one point had a very, very close relationship.
You and her. What's her name?
Her name is Simone.
Simone, okay.
We had a very close relationship at one time. We traveled together. I was at, her son's basketball games.
You were very supportive of her at the reunion.
Oh, at the reunion when her father, we were looking for her father. I'm walking around Nashville, Tennessee, and Giuseppe's knocking on doors like it's my father, But I cared so much for her, and a part of me, I still do care for her. I am very disappointed in how she treated me at Heavenly's house, with the whole attack, and then standing up saying, "I think I'm better than everybody." No, I don't think I'm better than anybody, or everybody. You might think I'm better than you, but I don't think that, And so that was a bit disturbing to me, that she would take on this whole persona to be the mean girl. And I'm like, what the hell is going on with you, Simone? Are you doing this for TV, or is this who you really are to the core of you? Because this is not the person that I know.
So are we diagnosing their marriage as is deceased marriage, pretty much?
Simone and Cecil. No, actually, they're trying to work through it. So,
but how many more seasons can they try to work through it? At this point, work or don't work.
Oh, don't work. Yeah.
This is why back to you. So you decided you've tried, because you put in the work. You've tried to make this marriage work, and it just didn't. So you're done.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. And, recently my husband, he's went out publicly, and, he's made some statements that have been completely untrue. And, there's a lot of of course, about me, about our marriage. He stated that we had not had sex since the second year of our marriage. Wow. I'm in my 30s.
You out here, you at your peak. You want it.
I'm like, I do this for the D.
but you could have came back and said it was because he had a little penis if you wanted to.
Well, it's not. I have never really focused on the size.
But I'm saying, if you were this evil ice queen bitch that they're trying to say, you could have.
Of course. But I'm more so, interested in, how you work it.
And this was a marriage of 6 years, right?
Yes, we were together for almost 10, and together and married for close to 6.
I have a question though. But how does a guy with a little dick have enough? How can he be so arrogant and cocky and mean?
What I think, and who we see today that my husband has morphed into, this was not who he was.
TV that did this?
Yes, it's fame. It's television. When I first met my husband used to wear Argyle sweaters and pleated pants with the Argyle socks to match.
And you
penny loafers with the pennies in them.
No, not with the pennies in them.
This is no,
that's swag.
This is no lie.
That's swag.
This is all facts.
Carlton swag.
And I introduced him to more, expensive things, nicer things. I bought him his first pair of Gucci shoes, took him on his first helicopter ride, popped his first bottle of champagne with him.
Wow.
So it's very alarming. And that's just what we did, what I did on the surface. But more so than anything else, I gave him my heart.
That part.
And did you see him changing with the television show?
Oh God, yes, I did, and I'll tell you about this one time. If you guys could go back a couple of seasons ago, there was a young lady that I got into it with, and there was an argument. The lady threw water on me, and then she threw a glass at me, and it's scratch my face.
She gone.
I don't know what the people at. I don't keep up with has-beens. I don't know. But here anyway, and I mean has-been as in she was on. She has been on Married to Medicine. So
That's hilarious.
but she's not anymore.
It's shade.
No, Jason. But no. So I told him. I said, I've never worked in any corporate capacity or been on any job that it was okay to be treated this way. I've never had anyone to throw anything in my face, much less known than cut me with a glass. So, I think I'm going to pull back from Married to Medicine. I actually ended up sitting out for 3 weeks, 3 weeks to the point where,
Which is smart because, Melissa was hit the head on a Bravo show with a bottle.
Oh, I know.
On that Blood, Sweat, and Heels.
Oh yeah, I know, and it was horrible. That was 10 times worse than even what happened to me. But I even told him, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to step away from Married to Medicine. And he said, well, why would you do that? Why would you do that? It's going to be different. People are not going to know who I am anymore. Oh. And I said, no, they will still know who you are. Yeah. They will still recognize you. He said, but yeah, it's going to be different. And at that point, I said, oh, this man is willing to sell me up the river, right? To get the level of fame that he wants to achieve. And that was disheartening. And I said, he couldn't be for me.
So what did you do with the ring?
Oh, I still have it.
I see you got it.
This is just my David Yorman ring, right?
But she should keep the ring. Yeah. She earned that ring.
Yeah.
That's her ring.
So do you keep that ring just because you're used to having something on that finger?
Just because I'm used to having something. It feels so naked when I take the rings off. Wow. So, yeah. I just put my debut on mom.
So I know the last relationship I was in for 2 years, and I know like when you're married to somebody or when you're in a relationship with somebody for 6 years and you sleep with them every day, how does that feel the first night you're by yourself?
Let me tell you something. Well, it was tough because, and then he stated something else about, when I left the bedroom, and I did leave the bedroom because he was very combative. And I just was like, I can't live like this. I can't wake up in the morning and be in an argument with you. I can't wake up in the morning and constantly be, on this emotional roller coaster with you. There will be times where I would completely leave the house and just drive around Atlanta until he left and went to work. Then I would go back home.
Wow. Was he ever physically abusive?
It was very, very, very. There's been some very dark times.
But did you guys deal with that yourselves? You didn't involve police and all that.
It was a lot going on. I'll just say that. I don't want to say too much right now, but there was more than a number of reasons why I didn't have a child so soon into the marriage. We were getting to know each other. We were trying to make sure we would be on the same page and be stable within our marriage. And then so many things just began to consistently happen. And, the closer I wanted to have a child, the further away the idea became because it was just turbulence.
Mm-hmm. And you knew that wasn't going to be the right relationship to raise a kid
No,
in.
it's really unfair. It's unfair to say, you know what, I don't care. It's all about what I want. I want a child, and no matter what the environment is, I'm going to put this child in a situation where they're not going to be emotionally happy, because we weren't.
So I had interviewed Khalees, and she had shared 9 years after her marriage ended with Nas that he had physically abused her, and it was just one of those eye-opening things where I think a lot of women could relate to relationships that appear to be one thing on the outside, but on the inside or privately, they're a completely different thing. So how did you manage the duality of it all? Like, how did you manage, like, okay, I know we got to go film, and this motherfucker could go all the way left, or did you just say, fuck it, let's just go because we're on reality TV?
No, there were times where I really would just have to go and collect myself, like really just sit in a place where it's quiet and just really get center myself because it was so chaotic at times. And I'm just like, I don't want to bring this to the television. And listen, as a wife, you do a lot of things to protect your family, to protect your husband. There's a lot of things that you might keep concealed, Jason, that you don't initially bring to the forefront because you can't even believe yourself that you found yourself in this situation.
And do you feel like reality TV though eventually brings all that out? Because eventually, I mean, once you peel back the layers and you start to see the little light, at some point it's all gonna come out anyway.
I don't think that reality TV ruins relationships. I think that there probably were already holes in those relationships.
And reality help brings it out.
Yeah, I think that if you don't address it, then, because here's the thing, especially with, shows that are on Bravo and many other reality shows that are out there, I mean, they're conflict oriented.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And they like to say conflict resolve, but people want to dig. I've watched for years, 6 years now, excuse me, being a part of Married to Medicine, and I watch people literally sink their teeth into my life, right, in order to keep their own mess in the shadows and in the darkness. But they'll ride the wave and sink their teeth into what I have going on.
So what is it that holds you back from being what they say you are, and to just coming in and, sitting around and say, okay, since we want to do a roundtable about quad, your husband's sleeping with so-and-so, your husband's doing this. Because at some point if my back was against the wall and I had all those receipts, I would just drop them all and walk out the room.
Yeah, but you know what, Jason? I'm not that type of person. I've never been the type of person that's wanting to destroy anybody's life, anybody's family. I think that has a lot to say about who I am. I see people doing that. I mean, hell, on this show, in a minute, it's not going to be anything that they can call me because they're going to be out of work soon. Right. I done been homeless and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited that the word bank is shrinking.
Right. So have you ever had receipts that you just never dropped?
Oh,
but
come
you
on.
knew
I got plenty. I got plenty. I got
just tell
things
us one. We ain't going to tell nobody. Just tell us one.
Stop it. We're on camera.
No, they're not recording.
But Mariah walks around every day saying, I got that receipt. I got the receipt. And she got the invoices. Now, let me tell you, I ain't never heard the invoice and the receipt.
That's hilarious.
When I thought about invoices, I said, now, when you put forth an invoice, that means you have to have done a service.
Right. Yeah.
Are you sure you want to say you got the invoices, Mariah?
So listen, is somebody? We're not gonna go there because there's a whole line of questions I can have with that. Okay, so is Mariah a mean girl?
I mean, listen, she definitely enjoyed bringing the whole interview that my husband had conducted to the forefront. I think she got on her Instagram Live, Facebook Live, or whatever, and was like, "Yeah, y'all go on down now. Now y'all go on down. Go on now. Yeah, I guess now, I guess Miss Quad, she just didn't only divorce me in the second year. I guess it was me and her husband. Y'all go on down it. Y'all don't know her. See, I know her. I've been knowing her for years. See, I know her the longest, so I know." Girl.
I didn't understand the word you just said, ma'am.
But she sounded just like, wait, so when she was here, she was talking out the side of her mouth a little bit, and people were asking if she had a stroke. Do you know if she, I mean, I don't.
Listen, Bobby Brown, not Bobby Brown today.
No, that was cocaine.
No, he had a stroke.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Oh, but he was on cocaine too.
I know, which made him have a stroke. Continue,
What
Miss
happened?
Quad.
So maybe that was just her way of communicating. I don't know.
The one that's sitting right, the one was sitting.
The Mariah. First of all, you should know who you're interviewing.
The
Yes,
lighthouse.
right here. Yes.
Yeah, well, we had two. I just want to make
She
sure.
was sitting right here, and her cheating husband was right here.
Oh my God, he was in the.
He was looking at me. I didn't know how he was looking at me until I watched the show, but he cool.
How
They
was
cool.
he looking at you?
He was trying to clock everything that I was saying because I was like, he ain't here. It don't matter.
He was like, please don't say anything.
But they were
get me
both.
in
But
trouble.
no shade. They were both nice. They were good conversation. And what I got from it was, in having had an interview with you, and my belief of who Dr. Jackie was until they try to rip that apart. There are big personalities on Married to Medicine that like when you all come together, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm over Cecil and that girl.
Well,
At this point,
That name.
what he ain't got no job and he ain't getting no pussy. Like, you gonna put this man on suicide watch?
well, hopefully, we have high hopes that things will work out for them.
Well, she need to stop stringing him along. Just let him go. Maybe you should help her understand how to find her courage to move on.
Well, you know what? I like to think that people should focus on their own business and not someone else's business. Like, I didn't know that she was, had filed for divorce at that time. I truly didn't. And, we were friends, and I didn't feel a certain type of way about her not telling me that she had filed for divorce. For me, it's only to be there for my friend when that person calls on me. I'm not going to make this about me and be selfish. Like, you didn't tell me this, and I had to find this out on the blog. Like, I would never be intrusive and then badger a person about their business.
Well, okay. So in your book, what are you addressing in the book, and what is it called?
No, it's a cookbook.
Oh, the cookbook. Okay.
that's
She's
one of-
addressing
you're
cooking
not,
food.
But you're not. We knew about that, but you're not writing any. You're not writing
Jason,
your story
slow
right
down.
now. You're not writing your story right now.
Slow down.
We need to. You're right. You're working on it.
Slow down.
You're working on your.
Come on, you are.
Well, she out here collecting these bags. See, she talking about that's the next interview. She working on the book.
Slow down. Let's talk a little bit about cooking with Miss
How to
Quad.
get rid of a fuck nigga and keep it moving with hating bitches. That's gonna be the title of the
Ooh,
book.
that is an excellent title.
What was the title
10%.
again?
My God.
How to get away from fuck niggas and stay away from fake bitches.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's true too.
So
That's
who do
good.
you like? Who do you not like on the show? Like, who needs to go?
I don't want to see anybody be put out of their jobs, and not.
She go being nice again.
No, why?
That's what I'm talking about.
What?
Quad.
What?
I need Quad. I know you roll up your. Shirt
I would love to
sleeve.
see off camera Quad.
But
You are so, and this is where I need to learn because I'm learning. I find myself in controversy every day.
it's called being classy.
Well, I ain't
you a
got
little
that.
clatchet. You a little clatchet.
Oh, what a little classy ratchet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk
love
about
it.
Sister Circle?
Why not?
Why have I not been on the show? I want to be on the show. I'm gonna be in Atlanta all month, October and through November.
I'll be in Atlanta next week.
First of all, who hit me up? Did anybody
No,
hit me up?
I
did
did.
anybody hit me
I don't got your number, ma'am.
So what are we
I do.
talking about?
But let me say why. Let me say.
What are we talking about?
The Wild and Out schedule is so fucking crazy. Like it's all day long or whatever. But this year, this season, next month, I'm gonna hit you.
Hit me up.
I
I'm
will.
gonna hit you
Let's
too because
go.
I'll be there next week. So I
What
would
are you
love to
doing
come
next
on.
week?
Shooting a movie.
Y'all getting bags over here? What movie?
He's shooting the Bill
Can't
Cosby
say it.
story.
And he's playing Bill?
He
No,
going
I'm
down
not.
there.
Are you
He
playing
go-
Bill?
He going to Atlanta.
No, man.
He going
Quaalude?
he going to Atlanta to find some pudding pops.
Oh my God. Jello snacks.
Bill Cosmopolitan.
No, stop it. That,
I know, that's very sad. We
No,
can't
because
play
it just
too soon.
happened. It just happened.
What do you think about that? Cleo Huxtable is on his way to prison.
It's
He's
tough.
in prison.
Yeah. They
Took him to jail
and they
that day.
did not allow him to have bond. They took him immediately. It's tough to see him go through that right now in his 80s. But here's the thing, nothing is ever in the dark. You understand what I'm saying? So it took a while to catch up with him, unfortunately so late. But if he did do those things, then hey, you got to deal with that. I mean, because here's the thing, we don't know how many women are emotionally broken behind him. We don't know how many women who are having trouble right now with trusting a man who've probably never been in a real relationship behind that. We don't know the type of trauma that he's caused. So we cannot wash that away because now he's elderly.
And do we think we've also because he was Cleo Huxtable?
I mean, that weighs a big deal in it. A big deal on who we think he is, because the perception was like, oh, he's this amazing doctor. He's a family man. He was educated, he's for education with his children. And, that could have been, that's a stark difference of who he probably really is or was.
It's ironic how he used to criticize young black men for sagging and talking about how they were this and that. And now you in there.
You in there with the people.
But people will remind you all black. We all black. You black, I'm black. We black. And being black in America, whether you do something or don't do something, you find yourself in a situation right next to the people that you judge.
Yeah, it can happen to anyone. You just got to try to make very good decisions under fire. And I think I learned that.
So now that you're going through this this situation with your husband being divorced, is Quad going to take this time to just really focus on Quad? I mean, are you the dating thing? I think a man is like the furthest thing away from you right now. Your mind right
niggas are already in her DMs. She got options, and then she got options. She giggling, but I'm telling you,
absolutely,
her body is together. She got
amazing.
her own money. She got class. Clearly, she can hang out courtside at the game. I'm sure she's been there.
So
now she done got rid of this. By the way,
what you call? Oh my God, I heard it. What you gonna say?
I didn't like him for you anyway. I mean, I get it. Like you really loved him.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. People be like, oh, you date him, he ain't got no money. Well, listen, I may not got no abs, and he may not got no money, but we gonna make this shit work. But I understand this is a nigga everybody look at when he walk in the room, and I'm okay with that because I know what we got something. She had the same situation. He wasn't. She gonna come out with somebody young, fine. She gonna be out there cutting up.
Right,
I already
like 32,
know.
Yeah.
That's that revenge
shit.
shit. Like
so crazy.
That's like that revenge shit, not even on purpose. Like it's just they in her DMs right now. They gonna watch the show. Here's Quad's DM. DM her right now.
Oh my God, Jason.
She gonna get all types of big penis pictures and everything.
Jason Lee. This is a woman right here.
She's a woman.
Classy woman.
She's a woman.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
When she get D pics, I'm sure she.
Well, that's not the first time that I've heard that. Even my husband said that he couldn't believe that he was able to get me, but he came along at a really good time. I was completely looking for something different. I was really ready to have a real serious relationship. I was ready to give myself completely, and we were able to connect. And I loved his conversation. He had a very very intellectual conversation, and I'm very. I go after those type of conversations.
He seems to me smart, but he was also very rude.
Very rude, very dismissive.
I didn't like his behavior at the reunion. I was like, nigga, okay, one thing you a doctor, but more importantly, you a black man sitting up there with a black woman. Like, hold your shit together.
Yeah. That was very weird because I held all of that in, and I took so much backlash last season. Like, she's mad at him about taking out the trash, but it really wasn't about the trash, guys.
Other shit.
But it was so much, and I'm like, on top of all this other shit that you've done to me, right?
You gonna take out the
all
trash?
This other stuff you've done to me. Now I still got to take out the trash too. Yeah. It was just everything else that I was kind of trying to work through with him.
Have you found that women aren't as supportive as they should be from the outside looking in?
Oh, absolutely not.
Because I look at some of your comments and some of just when I talk about Chris Brown's baby mother, or when I talk about Khalees or whatever, it's the women that shock me of how unsupportive they are of other women.
Oh, let me tell you some of the things that I've heard. She never loved him. She never wanted to be with him. She just used him. Used him how? When we met, he was only making $12,000 more than me. How? And I've always had mine. And it baffles me because here they saw me in medical sales, even first season of Married to Medicine. They saw me still calling on doctors. I've always been ambitious. Just because I'm now married to a physician doesn't mean that all my goals and aspiration they flee me. It doesn't mean that. Yeah. It doesn't mean that, I'm a housewife now, so I don't gotta work. Right. Had I been just a housewife, then they would have said I was a kept woman. Had I had a baby immediately,
they'd say you're trying to secure the bag.
They would have said I'm trying to secure the bag. So it's nothing that I can really do but just be Quad.
You can't please nobody these days. You
exactly.
know that.
No, I know that. You know, and I see it. I hear that I can't have children. I knew that I can't have kids. I knew that I couldn't have kids. I hear that
But
I'm
can
sterile.
you have kids?
Yes.
Okay.
So
they just
I'm still trying to find out, like, where y'all getting these reports from? Because when I go to the doctor, they say it's popping.
How you know my ovaries better than I do?
Exactly. So I'm just like, this is very, very, very interesting.
Side note, I told Dr. Heavenly I thought she was a veterinarian.
That was hilarious. He told her that.
She is a dentist. Listen, Heavenly at one point had 9 practices. Like the money that she got.
Yeah, Mama D told me she fixed her teeth.
Yes, she did. Yeah, oh yeah, because Mama D had a whole situation singing that song.
Talking about fleeting, that tooth fleeted.
Yeah, what's up, Mama
I love
D?
Mama
That's my
D.
baby.
I love her. I
Yeah.
love all the people that.
Solid.
Side note, you know they had on the show that aired before this one, they had Stevie Wonder front row at Fashion Week. Why?
Because he wanted to hear the fashion.
That's hilarious. And you going to hell tomorrow, too.
No, I'm not. I'm right with God. I'm protected.
Wait, but how do you?
See, they come at with me every day. I still win. I'm protected.
How do you hear the fashion?
Well, you can hear the fabrics.
Well, you know, when you become blind, all your other senses become very strong.
Right.
We tell on this
I love
show
Stevie Wonder.
frequently how he dates a deaf stripper. I was telling people at the barbershop about that yesterday.
I know
She moves to the sound of the beat, the feel of the music.
The vibration.
The vibration.
No, she does.
Look at me.
Do you date?
I don't date.
But what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
If she bad and you falling in love with her, she has her own money.
I don't date her.
See, the audience.
Really?
The audience. This is so funny.
I told him that
It's
she
sort
has
of
a-
like
she's
it's sort of-
very obsessed with me. She has a crush
It's sort
on
of
me.
like
Oh, really?
It's
Well,
sort of
why
like
are you keep going into that club? It's
No,
something
I've
about
never
the
been
club.
in there. I met her out on the street, and then she told me she was a
and they exchange
stripper.
information and then they hook up. But
Instagram.
here's the difference. This is why I feel like you and Married to Medicine. I really come on this show and air everything. He don't tell people how he slept with this midget we had on the show.
First
He
of
don't
all,
tell
she's
people about
not a
the strip-
midget. We don't use that word. Second
little
of all,
person.
I didn't have sex with her.
Defend your woman.
You did?
No, I did not have sex with her.
See,
But what's wrong with having sex with her? Did she have a big booty?
Ass was huge. But
Was she
Jason-
nice?
But I didn't.
Was she nice?
She's very sweet.
Was she pretty?
The way you could look at Quad and lie is really scary.
I never lied to her face, and I'm not having.
not
sex
doing that
with-
right now?
No, ma'am.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Quad.
He's trying to
We'll
put the
talk-
voodoo on me with
we'll
those
talk after
eyes.
the
I don't
show.
like colored eyes.
That's
now, baby.
okay. They don't like you.
Okay, so
I can't trust
how,
colored eyes.
so how is the puppy couture? How is that
Everything
doing?
is going very well.
She-
Still got picture perfect
Picture
pup.
perfect
Pup. Yes.
Say it again.
Picture perfect pup.
Picture perfect pup.
As much
Yeah.
as you say pussy on the show, you
Okay.
can't put 3 P's together.
Oh my God, y'all is crazy.
So you're still doing well with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so everybody in Atlanta and around the world, their dogs are out there just walking in high fashion.
Well, not just Atlanta, like all over, you know. So that's awesome. I am so grateful. I'm so blessed. Despite of my career is just thriving, and I just gotta say it's only because of God.
Amen.
Seriously.
Okay, so when you go back to Married to Medicine,
Yeah.
do you get anxiety when you have to shoot with these people now at this point?
You know, it's just kind of already knowing what to expect. You know, someone's gonna come out of the bag on you. You just got to figure, okay, which one to use, because I know one of you's coming. Yeah, which one of you's coming, because I know somebody's coming. You know, and you know, I deal with it accordingly.
And then with your talk show, Sister Circle, how did that even come about? Did you create the show?
No, actually, I didn't. Helen Swenson created the show. She's worked with Al Roker for years. I mean, over 30 years, and this woman has experience. And what she wanted to do something for minorities, something very positive. And
Y'all getting the receipts out there. You getting exclusives. You had Tony Braxton's mom on there talking about how Vince is beating his girl. I mean,
yeah.
you had some good
happened.
shows.
Yeah. We've had Andrea Kelly, who, you know, shouts out to Andrea Kelly. She's an amazing woman, uberly strong, and she's wanting to help other women who have been victims of domestic violence. So,
I'm going to tell you who you need to get.
who I need to get.
You need to get LaShawn McCoy or his girl who he beat Delicia.
Nah, that's my girlfriend. That's
I like Delicia
that's my
too.
homegirl.
Did you reach out to her when that happened?
course.
I did too, but she didn't reach back. Did she talk to you?
Of course.
She's okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That was bad.
That was
Yeah,
horrible.
we were in Atlanta filming at the time, and I was just saying, like, knowing her, she ain't lying. She's not the
she's
type
solid.
of girl to do that. She don't do that.
She's not. And you know, that really, when I saw the picture come across, I couldn't believe. I'm like,
It didn't
when I got
it did not even look like her. I had to literally like do some investigating to make
Yeah.
sure we were talking about the same person.
Yeah, it was horrific. And I do believe recently she did a press conference, and she has a $20,000 reward for someone who's willing to come forward with more information about the home invasion.
Well, hopefully they find that person. The homes in Atlanta are so beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, for the low.
They are. And for the low.
You know, the MTV put us in a really nice hotel, but Nick had he had a barbecue at his house. We
popping.
pulled up to that big ass mansion. I'm like, here's where all the money is going.
Well, it's his show.
Yeah, but
you don't have a takeover spirit.
Spread a little love, Nick.
Listen, you working, right?
It's so
Come
funny.
on. You know what? Let me tell you
But
something.
I called
What's
MTV.
that?
I called MTV and I said, "Okay, explain to me the room. What does the hotel room look like?" And they're like, "Oh, well, here's a picture." And I didn't see a kitchen. So I said, "Well, is there a kitchen or something? And is there like an extended living room?" And they were like, "No." So I told them I had dietary reasons why I needed a bigger room with a kitchen.
Dietary reasons.
So when I got there, why they have a little refrigerator in there?
A college refrigerator.
Got me all together. Okay, well, Quad, well, thank you for coming on the show. I know that we were a little late and you got to cut it short.
Yeah, I got to get back to
love
the
you.
ATL. Oh, I appreciate that. I really do.
May God
And I don't
continue to bless you.
and I don't take furniture. There was another thing. I just got to hit everything I've been reading in the
You don't take
box.
furniture. You don't write on people's
They
pictures.
said I took everything out of the house, Jason.
You didn't take nothing?
But here's the deal: if it's her house, what if you did? So what if you did? It's your house.
If I did, then so what?
It's
But
your
I'm
house.
even very fair. I split the furniture, half and half.
Listen,
honestly.
if people need to start watching these shows from an objective standpoint, where you can look at, like, I looked at it as, here's a house. Like, I'm single and want to be in love.
Right.
Here's a house with two people that's filled with people, but empty with love.
But empty with love.
So
Yeah.
let me look at it and go, wow, like, okay, I can learn. Let me learn how to communicate better. People don't look at reality TV like that. They look at it and judge. Well, I don't like that red. Why would they talk about the red dress? I like the red dress or the red outfit. But why would you look at the outfit? The outfit's not the purpose of why you're watching the scene.
Correct. But here's the thing. That's your emotional intelligence and that's your level of intellect. No shade to anyone else. I think people should definitely dig a little deeper and try to see. I think they see it through one lens,
Yeah, for sure.
instead of a multitude of lenses from different perspectives. They just don't do it.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. You can come anytime.
Anytime.
Listen, but when those last two were here, the next time they come, next time we get two of y'all at the same time, I'm bringing boxing gloves.
Yeah, they
Was it
about to
that
go- They was about to go at it.
I had to turn the mics off.
Yes.
No.
They was about to go at
I
it.
had
Jack.
to turn
What was
them-
Kynes? What Kynes say? What Heavenly say? Heavenly was the one that
Oh,
was sitting
she
in
was
this chair.
going. I mean, she was going in.
She's so
You know what I
crazy.
mean? You know what I mean?
She said, well, you lying. She goes, oh, that's just like you to put a little truth in some lies. That's what liars do. Basically, she said, you
Well,
have no.
she kept it real
You're the
on
executive producer, but you ain't got no power. I mean, she's throwing shade all through the thing.
I don't
First
think she was throwing shade. I think she was throwing the truth. No shade.
You're going to be a great wife to somebody in the future.
Oh, I was a great wife to someone who couldn't recognize it.
I can see that shit.
Why are we running out of time right
I
now?
can
But
see
look,
that shit.
when
Because
I-
you ran late, Jason.
when
I told you.
when I
You were
come on-
number 5 minutes late, girl.
Okay, and I'm telling. No, I was 10. I was 10.
It
I was
10
5
minutes?
I was 10. I was
You
10
was 5
minutes
minutes
late.
late?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't even going to bring up your lateness. You want to be in it, don't you?
Yeah, that's okay.
He was 5 minutes late too, y'all. My God.
Yeah, and I mean, what the audience really got from that is the show don't start till I'm here. But
Well, you know.
thank
That's
you.
true.
No,
You can-
but so I will pop up a sister circle whether
Please.
I'm in the audience or I'm on the show. I'm going to be there.
Well, you're going to be on the show.
I would love to.
That's my promise to you. How about
Okay,
that?
thank you.
You have me on yours?
I love quiet.
Twice.
Let me reciprocate.
Okay, thank you. All right, and what's your ex-husband's name?
It's
That
Gregory.
nigga.
Gregory, you fucked up a good thing, nigga. Anyway, to all the young men that's going to slide on their DMs, hit me up and send me screenshots. All right, thank you, Quad, for being here.
Peace.
Y'all follow me at Absolutely Quiet on all social media platforms. Mwah.
Peace.